Hey everybody, it's Mike from Orderflows here, and welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you can join me for today's video, where I'll be talking about value areas, sort of trading around value areas and their importance in the order flow. So before I jump in, if you enjoy my videos, I'm trying to get one up every single day, at least one. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any new upload that I do. And if you find today's video helpful, be sure to hit the like button for me and leave a comment sharing your biggest takeaway. And also, if you got any suggestions for videos you'd like to see, let me know. I love hearing your feedback. Today's video on trading around value areas actually came from one of my private training sessions yesterday, Wednesday. I just didn't have time to cover it there, but it was a very valid topic that I think a lot of traders would be interested in knowing more about. So that's why I'm making this video for you guys today. So when you're looking at value, okay, and in the order flow, when I talk about value areas, I'm talking about sort of in the profile sense, the market profile, volume profile, determining the value area as 70% of where the volume trades over a certain period of time. What I do is I break it down onto a bar basis. I mean, honestly, people, they come into the markets and they don't realize, right? They read a book or something or watch a video and think that's the way you have to trade, right? Value is something that is developed over time, and it's up to you to determine your time. I just so happen to use it on a bar by bar basis. I could use a shorter time, or I could use a longer time. It really comes down to you. I know some guys that will look at a profile for the entire week and see the value for that week. I mean, they're a different type of trader than I am. I am a short-term trader, a day trader. I'm in and out during the day many times, and I'm not looking to hold a position for a long period of time. I'm just looking to, I'm like a little bird, right, flying around, picking up I'm not trying to pick up the whole piece of bread all at once. I'm just trying to pick up, just enough to take back to the nest, come back, get some more, go back, get some more, etc. So, the same concept would apply. I'm going to talk about, a minute-based chart, a range-based chart, but it doesn't matter if you're, using a 1-minute chart or 30-second chart or a 15-minute chart or a 30-minute chart or a 4-hour chart, a daily chart, a weekly chart. Value is value in the sense of where majority of the volume is trading. Okay, so we'll start here. This is an 8-range chart, because a lot of times I do videos, I show it on a on a minute-based chart. People say, hey, can you show me on a range-based chart? Okay, so I'm going to show you both, because we all trade different chart types, and the same concepts apply whether you're looking at an 8-range chart, a 1987 tick chart, or whatever. Okay, value is where 70% of the volume occurs. Now, again, you can break it down to what you determine, right? If you want to look at where 70% of the volume appears in a 5-minute period, you can. If you want to look at, where the value area is over an 8-minute period, you can. There's nobody says that, no, you can't do it that way. Okay, I know some people out there, they make, this is how you have to trade, and if you don't trade this, you're doing it wrong. Remember, right, that's what makes the market. Everyone has a difference of opinion. Everyone has a different way of approaching the market. So this is a 8-range E-mini chart, and it's just a simple footprint chart, right? No, you just got your point of control, you got your imbalances, and you see the volume on the bid, the volume on the offer. So if you're using the Orderflows Trader software, we make it very easy for you, okay? So you can see up here in this indicator settings, right? Value area percent, the default is set to 70. And then you're going to scroll down into the settings in here, and you're going to find the value area, okay? You're just going to enable it. Now, you could have it fixed like this, or until tested. Now we have two types. We have value area, we have engulfing value area. I'll get into the engulfing value area a little bit later, but first we'll start with just sort of your fixed value areas. Okay, then click apply, click OK, and give it a second for the chart to come up here. All right, so now, right, I see, in addition to the point of control in the bars, I see another box inside of the bar, in a sense. That is the value area. That's where 70% of the value occurs. Now, the Orderflows Trader software, if it's a green up candle, it's going to color the value area green. If it is a red down candle, it will color the value area red. You can actually adjust that. And if it's just so happens to be a doji bar that opens and closes at the same price level, it will color the value area gray. Now, if you wanted to adjust these colors, you simply just go into the settings, go in here, right? And you can change value areas, right? You can see black for dojis, green for bullish, and red for bearish. Okay, and it's black, the color of the candle, the outside of the box. I'm fine with it black. And so there you go. There you have your value areas. Now it's from these value areas that you can start to get a sense. Now remember, this is an 8-range bar chart. So each bar is going to have a value area, just as each bar would have a point of control. And, how do you want to use it? Well, okay, ideally, you're looking for these areas, right? Usually value is going to overlap in a way, okay? And, you can see these areas where these bars where, like in here, right, value is mostly overlapping. Where it gets interesting, right, if you're looking at a bar by bar basis, is you're looking at these gaps between the value area low and the value area high in red candles, or in green candles from the value area high to the value area low of the next candle, okay? And, I like to see these areas. I call these abandoned value areas. And again, you have a choice of how you want to color it. Right? If you just want to see the value areas like this, okay, that's one way. I like to draw it out what we call until tested. Okay, so I'm going to go back into the settings, and I'll make that quick change there. So you can see the value areas just in each bar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it out until tested. Okay. And what you're going to see now is when a market is moving away from value immediately, right? Immediately meaning the next bar. So for example, here, right, I've got this swing low, got this value area down here towards the bottom of the bar. Then the next bar, it gaps up in this value, right? It doesn't even test, it gets within, a tick, 2 ticks of that value area here. It hasn't tested it really. It just came down, got within 2 ticks, and then rallied up. Same thing in the next bar. You have this value area that's hasn't been tested. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the opposite starts happening as you start coming down. Now, how I look at these is I pay special attention to these if we're at a swing high or a swing low. Because really what I'm trying to focus on is where is this shift in value, okay? If I'm at a swing low and I have a value area that's not tested in the next bar, right? Like here, right? We're coming down. We're sort of testing each value area as we're going down in the next bar, okay? Now there's a bearish one, obviously, but we're on a downtrend. Really what I'm looking for is an area where the market can potentially change and start to rally. And it comes right here after this bar closes. Now, you don't know until this bar here at 8:57 and 39 seconds closes that it's not going to trade in there because, if the bar is still trading, it could very well trade back in there. But I know that once this bar closes, that's my signal to look to take the trade, from 35.5, and it trades all the way up into the 40s. And then I get up here to a swing high, and it starts to reverse. Right? It's not trading back into the next bar's value. To me, that is a sign of a market that has some momentum that is moving. Now, this is a 8-range chart. If I was looking at, call it a 1-minute chart, I'll just make that change really quick here and then take a look, right? Same thing. I'll just sort of go back here in time, to wherever. Where's cash open? Cash open right here. Okay. Wait for some sort of sign. Now here it looked like, okay, we came down here, a little swing low. Maybe it can start to rally. Then it came back in and tested. Once it starts testing, okay, then I know that, okay, we're not running yet. Let me just make this change here. This Ninja Trader's frustrating sometimes. Sometimes it just goes in and automatically resets this bar width to 100, which is like the max, and I can't expand it. But then here we go, right? We come into a swing low. I've got a value area Next bar, it's abandoned, right? It doesn't test it. And you get a nice move from, the 38 all the way up into the 42s. This one, again, if I was looking to get long, I would have been stopped out here. Okay, fine. I'm going to look for the next one because I'm looking for this move to market start moving. Okay, it started moving here, but then it comes back in with a bearish value area at a swing high. It's abandoned. It's my sign to get short. Okay. And you can see how oftentimes these value areas act as support or resistance, right? Like right here, it comes right back to that area, right? Here's the value area from before, comes right back, trades a lot of volume in here, 1,400, 1,000. Okay, here, right? It's a nice swing low. Doesn't trade back in, starts going up. I mean, you should be getting long in this bar. Then you get another signal, another one here coming in. Where's my target? It's this value area from earlier up here around the 40 area. So if I'm long, from 33, I know that, we could get up to 40. That's my potential target. If we get up to 40, we might stall out a bit. And that, what do? That's what we do. We get up to 40 and we sort of stall there, right? And then we start picking up some more steam in here. You got another value area that's untested here. Then we just start making these smaller new highs. So again, it doesn't matter what market you're looking at, what chart type. This is a 1 minute chart. If I don't necessarily look at 5 minute charts, but I'd be looking for the same thing if I was going on a 5 minute chart, right? Like right here, right? Swing low, value area, market rallies up. On the way down, after you hit that high, value area that's untested here, you get short. Where does it stop? It stops right down here where you have your value area from earlier. That's what I'm talking about when I say these value areas act as support or resistance, right? Resistance, it trades right up in 2 ticks into this value area and comes off again, right? Here it came 3 ticks into this value area. Yeah, cash, what was this? Cash, this is the bar of the cash close. But you can see, anytime you have these value areas that don't get tested, at least in the next bar, it could be a sign of a move that's about to happen. This is, E-minis. I don't know. Let's take a look at bonds on a 5 minute chart. Okay. Now, again, on bonds, I like 4 range, but again, I'm also curious to see how it looks on, different chart types. Okay. Obviously, we had some numbers today. But we get up, this one, and people say, well, yeah, it went up, then it came right back down. Okay, well, this is in the middle of an area, right? I was explaining before, I'd like to see them on swing highs or swing lows, or ideally swing highs or swing lows, or after a swing high, on the next bar, it came in here for a nice, short. And you can see it's acting as resistance, right? I don't think we even got anywhere near there the rest of the day. I like range-based charts on bonds. You can see here, right? Swing high right here. Value area. Not tested. Came within a tick of it. And then we had this nice sell-off. Right? Where's my targets? I got a target here. I've got a target here. Okay. Now I've got a bullish one coming in right here. Okay. Where does it stop? It stops here where the value area is coming in. Right? And then it starts working its way back down. Gets through these. Okay, then it starts reversing. At your low of the day, you got a bar with the value area where it's not tested in the next bar. Then the second bar tests it, gets inside, and then it rallies up. Okay. Here you got a doji one. That's why it's gray color. In all markets, I don't know. Take a look at gold. Goldfinger. What is this? The range-based charts. If I'm looking at gold, I think an 8 range is fine, or even a 1 minute chart is fine. But you can see on a market that's running, value area that's not tested in the next bar, value area not tested in the next bar, value area not tested, value area not tested, value area not tested, value area not. That's how you know the market's got a head of steam, right? When you start seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going, you don't need to wait till I got 10. No, you want to get in as soon as possible. Once I start seeing them sort of bunch up like this, 1, 2, even 3, to me that's a sign of a strong move. Just like here, you got 1, Okay, then you go sideways and another one coming in. Okay, here's one, here's another one. All right, you get a nice move up. Here you got 1, 2, trades back up in there. And, there are some traders out there that, once I introduced this, they loved it immediately. They told me, Jesus, I wish I had this long ago, because what they do is they just wait for the pullback in there and then the rejection, right? Like this, right? It's coming off, pulls back in, then it starts coming out, especially if it leaves a value area like this that's not tested. They just pile in on that move, right? Here, got one, comes in, okay, it starts moving up, pulls back again to that level, this area here, pulls back in here, pulls back again into this one, as well as this one. So there's many different ways you can trade it, all right? I mean, you could trade it on a pullback. You could trade it as go with that trade immediately. You could use these as targets, right? If you're long, and you're starting running into a bunch of overhead, value areas from earlier, the market might start to stumble at some of these areas, just as it did here, right? With this one, I mean, it got through these two little ones. Then it stumbled up again here, right? You got some overhead one, got through this little one here. Then it starts stumbling around this area where you have these value areas from earlier, okay? So, that's my little video on trading the order flow value areas on a bar by bar basis. And again, it doesn't matter whether you're using a 1-minute chart, whether you're using a range-based chart, if you're using a tick-based chart or a volume-based chart, you trade it the same, right? This is what did I pull up here? 200 tick chart. Okay, same things, right? Value area that's not tested, value area that's not tested, value area that's not tested. I mean, this one, in my opinion, is probably the strongest one because it's coming in at the swing low. Come up here, make a swing high, pull off, make another run back up towards that swing high, value area that's not tested. But there's a lot of different ways to trade them, right? You got to start thinking how you can adapt this tool of order flow into your own trading. So I'll end this video on value areas. I hope you found it useful. And again, if you find these videos useful and helpful for your understanding of order flow, let me know by leaving a nice comment below. And be sure to put something in the comment section, to what you'd like me to discuss next by just simply leaving a simple comment below. So if you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more videos. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.